Promising welterweight Jerron Boots Ennis says that Errol Spence, he believes if he fights Keith Thurman, 154, he's staying up there. He ain't moving back down. We're going to talk about that in a minute. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Jerron Boots Ennis, he just had a performance on the Gervonta Tank Davis card. It was a kind of a tricky fight. Squirrely guy, beat the guy. Wasn't a highlight reel type of fight, but nonetheless, he secured the victory, stays undefeated. Now, he did an interview with YSM Sports Media, and he spoke on the Errol Spence situation. Rumors came out. I made videos about it. Errol Spence could fight Keith Thurman, not at 147, but at 154. This is what Boots Ennis of Philly had to say about it. He says, quote, if he's fighting Keith Thurman at 154, I feel like he's not coming back down. That was directly from Boots Ennis. I guess he's going to move up. I doubt he's fighting at 154 that he'll come back down to 147 to fight me or Bud Crawford. I feel like he's going to stay at 154 unless he's testing his body to see how he feels at 154. But I doubt he's ever going to come back to 147 again unless it's for a big fight. I can't see that happening at 154, but how are they going to do it without any belts? That was Boots' response to a potential Errol Spence Crawford fight happening at 154 as opposed to 147. Everybody wants to see them fight for undisputed at 147. With them fighting at 154, it doesn't make sense. It makes more sense. I don't know what they're going to do and what they got going on. Hopefully they get it together fast and fight me. I hate sitting around wondering, are these guys ever going to fight? You got to be patient, and that's what I'm doing. I'm being patient. In the meantime, if I don't get Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, or Bud, I want to stay active this year. I want to fight at least 3 times, trying to get back there ASAP with anybody. So that could be bad news to some. A lot of people want to see Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, and Boots makes a point. It does make more sense at 147 since that's the fight that both guys have been at. That's the weight class, I guess you could say, that both guys have been at. And between the two of them collectively, they have all the belts. However, Terrence Crawford hasn't made this process easy. Terrence Crawford, great fighter, businessman, not so much. It's that simple. And I think Terrence Crawford threw a monkey in the wrench. Like, if he really, truly wanted to fight Errol Spence, I truthfully, in my heart of all hearts, believe that it didn't make sense to go off and fight David Avanesian, right? Especially when you could have stayed in conjunction. At the very least, like, let's just say he wanted a tune-up. At the very least, you do a tune-up on PBC. That's bare bones minimum. That's my honest opinion. If you really wanted to fight Errol Spence, you wouldn't go off to another foreign company that has nothing to do with really boxing up until that point, and really nothing to do with Premier Boxing Champions or Al Heyman. At the very least, you would say, I'm down to fight Errol Spence since we can't get this show on the road. Give me Sergey Lipinets. Give me somebody else, Abel Ramos or somebody to get my feet wet. See how you guys promote a show, conduct business, etc., and then we can match up Errol Spence if I win. That would have made the most sense. I said that from the beginning. Similarly, Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade was just on the Gervonta Davis undercard along with Boots and other fighters like Rashidi Ellis. And Demetrius Andrade got his feet wet with Damon Nicholson, who's definitely not the biggest fights out there for him, but that's what you do. Sometimes you have to get your feet wet. So I think fans would have been able to understand that a little bit more if Terrence Crawford opted to do that. He didn't. He decided to fight David Avanesian on an app and flop. And another reason why me personally, I was against it, the outcome was what it was, and the outcome was easy to predict that that's what it was going to be. The Bud Buddy said stuff like, oh, but Crawford's making 10 million. That's nice. He could have made a pretty penny on PBC fighting somebody that I'd be more interested in fighting, like, and seeing him fight. At the end of the day, this is still a sport and it's still a competition. Why do I want to see, my 49ers, because I'm a 49ers fan since a child. Why would I want to see my 49ers fight the bad news or play against the bad news Bears? It just doesn't make sense. Like some scrub team that doesn't have a snowball chance in hell to beat them. I mean, it's not really fun. Like, that's cool. When I watch other sports, it don't matter what the person is getting. If the team is not playing up to par, then it's not going to want make people want to be season ticket holders and stuff like that, like the Raiders. You know, the fans of the Raiders, they've probably been disappointed with Derek Carr and disappointed with their season. So that's that. Like, it don't matter how much the person's making at the end of the day. Like, Derek Carr can have a great contract, but if he's not performing up to the ability or putting on the show, then what does any of that mean? So you need more for me as a boxing head, as a boxing fan, than just saying Crawford is making money, which is good. I like to see fighters get compensated, but it would have made more sense. Back to what Jaron Ennis is saying, you know, Errol Spence could be testing the waters, give his body a break. He's 30 something now. He's had to make the same weight for X amount of time. He went through an accident and, you know, kept making the sacrifice after accidents and surgeries with his eye and detached retinas. So I think he's to the point where he don't want to make the cut no more. And he was willing to do it for Terrence Crawford. He's seen Terrence Crawford win a different way, playing around. So he's like, whatever, you know, I came close to being undisputed, but one monkey don't stop the show. I'm not going to stagnate my career, and I'm the A side. I'm the big fish. Why should I wait around? And then some people are saying he should fight Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Listen, those are good fights, but you got to understand the business. Errol Spence has been branded as a business. He's making a lot of money, and he has a ton of options. Virgil Ortiz, he got to get past Stanionis, and he's not even affiliated, so there's no guarantee that fight would happen. Boots, he's not with Al Heyman, but he's been fighting on Showtime. We'll see what develops with that relationship. It doesn't make sense to outside of, and I'm going to offend some people when I say this. Boxing fans, a lot of boxing fans look at boxing through a rose-colored set of lenses. I've been in the game for several years at this point. You can believe me, don't believe me, don't matter to me. But at the end of the day, boxing fans, they're emotional, a lot of them. And they're looking at it from a perspective of, oh, I want to see the fight. But you got to understand, that's not the business. The reason why I have to bring up business is because if the business don't make sense, then the fight won't happen. We all know that, right? Just like Mayweather Pacquiao, the business didn't work, or there was conflict or drug testing, needles and stuff like that, so they didn't fight, point blank, period. And you have to understand there's only a certain amount of hardcore boxing fans that watch everything. That number is under 1 million, I would say. I would definitely say it's probably like 250 to 350 diehard boxing fans, right? Ongoing, watch everything. So that being said, Jaron Ennis and Errol Spence, unless it's like mandated that he has to fight him or whatever, it's a high risk, lower reward fight when a guy been branded like Errol Spence and got a ton of options and has already done the heavier lifting. So Errol Spence, being the leader, he's going to make the decisions that like if he's been wanting to give his body a break, which he's already talked about in past interviews, then he's going to do that. He's not going to wait around on Crawford, wait around on Boots or Virgil Ortiz, Stanionis. He's going to keep moving on and moving forth with his career. And that's how I see it. So I can see that if he likes the weight and he feels strong at the weight, Errol Spence probably won't come back to 147. But this is all speculation. Keith Thurman Spence has not been officially confirmed. I'll keep you guys posted. Subscribe. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.